I'm out here by the chicken coop today, and I'm going to do a little bit of a tour, I guess, of our homestead so that you guys can kind of see what all we've got going on here. Keep in mind, we're still a fairly new homestead, and so we don't have everything in place yet, but I'll show you guys what we've got done and what we're going to work on. Okay, like I said, this is our chicken coop. We actually had this existing building already here. It is a shop area. It is a place where we process food and different things. So this building was already here. So what we decided to do was to build our chicken coop onto the side of this building. So it helps the chickens get some warmth from the building itself because the building is heated. And this gives them quite a big run. My husband is in building materials, and so he's able to get a lot of this stuff at a good cost, which helps us out here on the farmstead as well. We are also up against this building starting a feed shed, and my son has been building this, Chris, and what he's done is he's built it sort of like a lean-to, and then he's got some concrete down here in order to put bags of feed and things that aren't going to get wet. This, of course, is a project that is still in the process of being done. This here will have pea gravel in it, and this will all be enclosed as well with a sliding door so that we can get in and out when we need to. Now back here, we're going to start building a run for the chickens to be able to do some free range. We have lots of brush and growth and grass and leaves and all kinds of good bugs for the chickens to eat. So we're going to be building a fence that gives them a walkway right through here. That's Rico, our crow, as you can tell. And then they're going to have a whole area fenced off here that they can go and do some free ranging in. We do have coyotes out here. We have owls. We have a lot of critters. So we want to make sure that if they're free ranging that they're safe and they don't wander off somewhere where a bobcat or a mountain lion or a coyote can get them as easily. So that is what we have planned for the chickens at the moment. We are incubating eggs, and we are adding chickens to our flock about once a month. And so that is something else that I will be walking you guys through as we're doing it. Now here are the goats. They are so precious. These are Nigerian dwarf goats. And this little lady here, her name is Abu. And she is just precious. Look how pretty she is with those little white spots. Oh, and here comes little Charlie. Charlie is just a baby. He's not very big. He's just on solid food, and he is a sweetie pie. Yes, guys, I know you want somebody to pet you, don't you? Little Charlie will let you hold him, and he likes to snuggle your shoulder when you hold him. So he is just precious. He just loves us so much, and we love him too. Right now, our little goats are not old enough to have any babies, but when they get older, that is the plan, for them to have some babies. And so we'll see where we go from there. We may go into getting goat's milk and making butter and things like that from the goat's milk. And then hopefully one day we will also get a milk cow that will help us out with that as well. Okay, guys, this is one of our garden areas here. As you can tell, it's January. We haven't even tilled up the dirt yet. We do have a spot over here that was a burn pile that we're having hauled out. And as you can see, we've had a lot of rain this past week, so we've got some water that we got to get out of here before we can start planting. The first rows that we're going to be doing are going to be in an L shape, and we are going to have rows that are going to be coming across the front of the greenhouses here, going all the way down to the fence. And then we're going to be having other rows that start there and go back down to this corner of the garden. Now we also have an area just beyond the fence, if you guys can see that we already have grow fabric down, and we are actually going to be planting potatoes out there. Because the potato leaves are poisonous to animals, they typically will not get in there and mess with those potatoes. So we don't have to worry so much about them being in the fence. We do, however, have plans to expand the garden into a whole nother garden area back here as well, so that we can grow enough stuff to sustain our whole family. We also have plans on putting in some raised beds right back here as well. Now, our two greenhouses. Okay, guys, we kind of lucked into this, and we actually were able to get these greenhouses at no cost to us. We don't have a sponsor or anything. It was just something that happened last year, and we were just recently able to get these put up. They are 10 foot wide and 20 feet deep, and they hold quite a bit of stuff. We have put them together per the instructions. We also put some bricks around the bottom to hold the plastic down so that it can hold in that heat and that moisture. They do have little windows on the sides and a door on both ends so that when the weather gets hot, we can open those up and let some air circulation come through there. What we also did, because we have some storms out here occasionally, we went ahead and put T-posts driven in the ground on the corners, and we zip tied those T-posts to each corner of the greenhouse. So if we have some kind of major wind or storm come through, they're going to be a lot less likely to take off and take flight, which we're really hoping is something that doesn't happen, but hopefully those T-posts in the ground will help that as well. Now, our fence has gone all the way around this property, ending up back on the building where the chicken house is attached to, and the entire thing is going to be completely fenced in to keep out, some of the bigger critters and stuff like that. That should help a lot as far as keeping our plants safe. I'll go ahead and take you guys inside of one of the greenhouses to show you some of the things we're going to be doing in here. So this particular greenhouse has a lot of our starter plants in it. It has things like these lemon trees, which don't do really well in the super cold. So they have actually been in the house all winter, and I brought them out here as soon as we got one of these greenhouses put up. I have some sweet potatoes right here that already have some sprouts on them that I'm also getting ready to plant. We have a lot of starter plants in here. I don't know if you guys can see all these little orange buckets that we've got going. Each one of them has a seed or 2 or 3 in it, getting ready to pop up. And we actually have a few of them that have already germinated, and they're actually starting to pop up out of the ground, which is so exciting. See that little guy? Can you see? Oh, look at that one. Yeah, we've got some little guys coming up out of the pots, and I'm so excited because when you take something and you put it in the dirt and you water it and you baby it and you take care of it, and then suddenly you have a plant from that, it's just such an amazing feeling. It's such an amazing thing. We also have some grow bags in here as well, and I have started spinach in part of these. Show you guys what little sprouts I have. See, those are my little spinaches starting to come up in there. And we are alternating our grow bags with the spinach so that we can harvest spinach every few weeks, and then we will go back and replant. So that way we have a continuous supply of spinach all throughout the year. These 3 grow bags here have been planted with carrots, and those of course will be quite a while before those will be ready, so we don't really have anything to show you guys there. These 4 grow bags are for my tomatoes. My tomato plants are in seedling pots right now. They are starting. They haven't germinated yet because we just started those. But what we did to this soil was we put our old coffee grounds in the soil because it's got a lot of nitrogen in there, which helps the plants to grow, and tomatoes love nitrogen. Then we also got a tip from Jess over at Roots and Refuge Farm about an old man who told her to put an egg under each tomato plant when you plant them. You bust the egg, put a little bit of dirt over it, put your plant on top, and then fill it in. And she said that has worked wonders with her tomato plants. They always do much better. And so we're going to go ahead and try that method this year. Okay, guys, so we're going to go up closer to the house. When we bought this property 15 years ago, it had a little bitty shed and a mobile home on it, and we do live in the mobile home. We plan on living in that mobile home until we have paid off the property, which we have a little bit to go on that. But these are some of our plans. Now we also have a lot of space to expand in here because we've got 5 acres or so of solid trees back here in the back. We call it the back 40, even though it's like the back 5. And we've got lots of room to grow and expand, and several areas, like right back here, my husband has already got a lot of the brush and stuff cleaned out of this area here. It's not just all grown up and wild, and so this is an area where we will be able to expand in. We also want to put a pen in to eventually put a milk cow out here. We have plans for rabbit hutches and rabbits, and we're also looking at getting some pigs. So these will be some of the things that we do that you guys will kind of be able to follow along with us and see how that process works and what needs to be done to get it taken care of. So thank you so much for going on the tour with me today. I really enjoyed being able to show you guys everything that we're working on. And now we're getting ready to go eat dinner at Chris and Jamie's little house. So y'all come join us for dinner. Come on, let's go. What you doing, Rory?
Oh, yeah.
Are you making brownies?
I don't know.
You don't know? It looks like it. Did you put those eggs in there? You did a good job. High five.
For advertising
You
reasons,
left me hanging.
GC Seasoning, look it up. It's amazing.
GC seasoning.
Good on everything.
Okay. Cool beans. What? Is that funny?
Yeah.
We're over here eating dinner at Chris and Jamie's house, y'all. Right across the driveway. There's Tim.
Boys, y'all come eat.
Let me help with
Food.
My butt hurts.
Oh.
It does.
You have to cut that.
Okay, who's going to say the prayer?
I don't know. Where's all the plates at?
Cole got them out already.
They're right there.
Honey?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess I can. You know, ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
Jace.
Jace, come on.
Jason. We thank you for the food we're about to receive. Please use it to nourish our bodies. We thank you for the many blessings that you bestow upon us on a daily basis. We ask for your guidance and forgiveness, and we love you in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
All of it?
Y'all make a plate. Mom, make a plate.
There's not enough plates. It's a donut. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, look at all the stuff hanging off your fingers.
Yeah.
You're getting it all. You're making a big old mess. Hey, y'all better make that look like dominoes.
What?
If that don't look like dominoes, I'm gonna be disappointed.
That's you know what? That's why I'm making this, isn't it? I miss my Domino's so
Yeah,
much.
we haven't had dominoes in 6 months.
Oh man.
Oh no.
If you live right behind Domino's and they get it to you in like 5 minutes.
It is amazing. Like we could have walked and picked it up.
I would go to the gym and work out and then walk
Bring
across
home a
the parking lot.
big old brownie covered in cookies.
That's what you do after you work out.
In the same parking lot as the gym. with
Me and Rachel, when we used to work out, we'd go to McDonald's after.
Wash my hands.
It was
Really
Domino's and
get
then a
them
donut
dirty.
store. So either you worked out at night and then got Domino's, you worked out in the morning and got donuts.
Yeah. Only thing I have to work out is what I'm gonna put in my mouth first, the meat or the vegetables.